Alrighty guys, we're back on the old 530 John Deere today. I got all the parts back from the machine shop and whatnot. It's starting to go back together here. I got the block cleaned up on it here. Whatnot with the die grinder. Just put the oil pump back in it, back down in there. Which I was kind of looking through here in the shop manual, and it's supposed to be, they only run about 10 to 15 psi. Apparently is what they run for oil pressure, which I guess you only turn 1100 RPM, it don't need that much anyways. I was kind of surprised at, but anyway, I put the oil pump back in it, or I'm doing that right now. I got to tighten up a couple more lines on here. Only in a John Deere would you have a spider web of oil lines in the crankcase there. We got it running to the filter housing, to and from the oil pump, oil pressure regulator. It's just a mess here, but whatever. Oh boy. Oh, should have not tightened the pump up before. They say you can remove this oil pump with the crankshaft still in there just by reaching in this top cover right there and reaching down to get into all these oil lines. You gotta take three of these lines off the pump clear down in here, and I'd like to see the guy who can do that. Yeah, you must have to have some real Chinaman hands. Man, I don't know how you'd ever reach down in here to do this. Oh, come on. I almost see what you're doing. Once you look past the other 13,000 oil lines here. I got all the parts back for this thing now. I took the, had a guy, this thing's slippery and hard to hold on to it. Had a guy rebuild the carburetor for me and got that back this morning. Normally I'd rebuild the carburetor, but I called this guy a lot for, just tips on this older stuff, or because he ran a machine shop most of his life, and he knows a lot about this older stuff, and especially John Deere's and IH's, which I haven't run a whole lot, so wouldn't know. But anyway, which I let him to rebuild the carburetor on it, and he actually got me hooked up with another job. I got to assemble an overhaul on a 584 International utility tractor, but that'll be after we get done with the spring work. So yeah, but anyway, got about it for the oil pump. I'm gonna have to make this gasket and the same one on the other side. Those are the only two gaskets that are obsolete from this tractor, so I'm gonna have to make them. But we got some gasket paper, and I can do that. So yeah. Alrighty guys, it is May 14th. We're out in the field. It rained once again, and I woke up this morning, it was 43 degrees out. Freaking cold. Not what it's supposed to be like for the middle of May, so I'm working on the deer again here. this will be put in with another video, so the videos probably won't quite match up. But anyway, we've got the oil pump and all that stuff in, oil lines hooked up, got the crankshaft in it here. There's a gear that goes on right here, and it's a heat shrink fit, so I got the gear in the toaster oven there heating it up so I can just slide it on here. I have to re-clean things up because naturally I clean it up in condensation, it rusted again, so gotta do that. I've just been working on equipment this past week, tying up some loose ends. Got this deal here. This is how you set the end play on the crankshaft. You can see it still moves quite a bit. But anyway, what you do then, there's two fiber washers that go here, one on this side of the main bearing cap and one on this side. This piece holds on, and then you put the flywheel on there and you tighten this nut up, and you put a dial indicator on the flywheel, and however much you tighten it up sets your end play, so you can adjust the end play on it on a crankshaft that way. But I'm gonna get this whole gear assembly and clutch back together before I do that, because that was just kind of the order they told me to do it in the shop manual. So I got to do that, but I figured I'd give you guys a little update on what's happening here. A couple drive gears go on right here. Yeah, I'll get a video of that a little later. So yeah. Alright, here I'm going to show you how to put this gear, or you can do the same thing with bearings on this crankshaft here. Heating up a bearing to put on anything. I don't like to heat them over 250 or 300 because you might take the tempering out, but a lot of times I usually do it. You can spit on it, it sizzles. That's what you're looking for. Get these big gloves. Come over here, get the key up on top. You would not have been able to drive that gear on if you didn't heat it up. That thing was tight. As far as when I put it on there, I tried to pull it off. I couldn't get the thing off. I sent the crankshaft to the machine shop with the gear on there, and they got it off for me. But the crankshaft kind of dissipates some heat there. Just made the video of the 9482 overview, and come back up and I couldn't figure out what the heck it smelled like a barbecue in here, and I realized, oh, I was cooking a gear. Alright, now that gear's on there, I got these other two gears on. This is can't remember what they call this gear here, but it runs on the crankshaft and goes down to this gear right there, which I think is to engage PTO, because it's not a live PTO. So you got to press clutch in and throw a lever and engage PTO, and then this is for the transmission there, transmission drive gear. That big old clutch they got sits on the side here, slips on, and there's another gear, and it splines on the crankshaft, and there's another gear on it that goes on right here. Or the clutch is back there. There it is. But anyway, got to put the snap ring on, and then I think I'm ready for that case. Slips on there. I'll have another video of that though, so because I don't know how long this one's getting, because I got a couple parts to put together. But anyway, thanks for watching.